Hi everybody, it's Julie. I am here with the February Foundation Junk Journal Challenge. So we're going to change it up here. Basically what we're going to make is a foundation of a journal that we'll come back and we'll be making embellishments for in an upcoming challenge. Okay, so for this one we are making a foundation journal. This is something that you'll be able to do over and over again, I'm hoping, and I just think it's going to be a great way to get things done. It's something that we did at our VIP for December in January. I tested it out there and I really like the way it happened, and we have so many that have already finished the journal from that VIP. Okay, so the virtual internet party, that is the prize that you get when you finish your journal, finish it on time and post it. And so and there is a digital that you receive and we all work with together. So this month you can make a journal that is any size over 9x6, and you can use any type of binding. So this month you can use a ring binder. You can use an altered book. That's going to be, you're going to have to be creative with that one, but you can do any of those. This month you are going to need to have a Dear Julie Julie background digital. I'm going to show you what those are and why in just a few minutes. But let's go ahead and take a look. So don't need that. Okay, so again, our journal is going to be a foundation journal, and you're going to use 16 pages of digitals from a background digital from Dear Julie Julie. Those are available in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop. You might be able to find enough pages to do it in the free downloads, but you're gonna have to search and find, because you're going to need some large tags, some postcards, some side-by-side pages, and just regular pages. And we're going with the background pages because these are going to be the foundation of our embellishments. Okay, let's see. So the foundation pages that we're going to be making using those, just using the background kit, is we're going to be making a double tuck, a flip flop with the flap of a flip flop, a double stack pocket, a double edge pocket, that's something new, a flip up pocket page, flip and tuck page, that's also something new. So those are kind of page ensembles that we're going to be doing. And then your embellishments are going to be a pocket, a layered belly band, a hidden journaling card, an over the page card, 2 tags with a purpose, a large file card, a diagonal top and a diagonal bottom tuck. So you're going to need a top tuck and a bottom tuck, and an accordion journal card, also a flip tuck. Okay, so these are all Dear Julie Julie names. They might be called something else out there. That's what I call them. Those are the main things, but there is more. Okay, so this month you're going to be required to water emboss 2 or more pages. We are going to water emboss using something unconventional, not embossing folders or other craft tool. I'm going to be showing that this week and how to do that. It is wonderful and fun, and you will have something hanging around that you'll be able to use. And I think you'll be pretty amazed once you start thinking about it and going through, looking around your house, the things that you'll be able to find. The other thing is we are going to make dyed pages with a pattern. So we'll be doing that this week. That might actually be 2 days. So we might do 1 day this week and 1 day next week. But it's dyed pages with a pattern. So that is exciting. Those can be coffee dyed, avocado dyed, Easter egg dyed, onion skin dyed, cabbage, any of the things that you want to use to dye your paper with a pattern. We're going to do that. So you'll need to have 2 or more of each of those pages in your journals. Your journals can be a single soft cover, single signature soft cover journal, or you can make a larger journal that has more signatures. Okay, remember that you're going to make this journal and it is yours. You don't send it to me. It's yours to keep or to sell or do with what you want. Okay, other required items. So after you finish these required things, you are going to be required to do the mini challenge and the challenge 2.1 and 2.2. So the first 2 mini challenge and the challenge, you need to do those and they need to be a part of your journal. Okay, and as in the months before, you will be able to unlock items to use in your journal from those mini challenge and the challenge. Plus, I promise they're going to make your journal look just a little bit more better. Little more better? Yeah, I'm going to say more bigger here in a minute too. Okay, so you're going to be making a paper snippet roll that is 24 inches long. Okay. Well, we lost video, but we are on the paper snippet roll. So it is to be to 2 to 3 inches wide. Your roll needs to be, when it's rolled out, it needs to be 24 inches long. So 24 inches by 3 inches. Remember, you're doing this after you have done your pages, and you're going to use your scraps. And then you can use your scrap box. So anything in your scrap box. Then also you're going to be making a masterboard roll. It's one of the ones that are 3 pages. It needs to be 8 by 16 or larger. And again, you're going to make that after you've done this so that you have your pieces. And so the other thing is, this time to qualify, you must do mini challenge in the challenge 2.1 and mini challenge in the challenge 2.2. Okay, so the videos for those will go up on Mondays, the let's see, the 13th and the 7th, the 6th, the 6th and the 13th, and then the next one's the 20th. Okay, so yeah, and then you post them in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group, so that we can see that you did them. Okay, there will be a place for you to post them in the challenge this time also, but you need to post them in the the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group. So this time for your paper, you can print on anything you want. You can print your Dear Julie Julie digitals on any paper that you want. And you need to have a foundation digital, which I'm going to show you in just a minute what a foundation or background digital is from Dear Julie Julie for this challenge. You're going to want postcard pages, the large tags, the side-by-sides, and a page. Okay? You also get to use 5 to 15 assorted papers, anything that's your favorite. So parchment, napkin, doilies, tissue, wrapping paper, that's maps, ledger. That's where all those things come in, and you don't need to print digitals on those. Okay, so That's where you can get some of your other papers. The other thing that you need to use this time is 5 cardstock. They can be 6 by 6. I recommend at least 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10 or whatever that one is. But you can also use 12 by 12. Then you can use your scraps in the journal. You're going to want 1 large floral, 1 small floral, 1 stripe or plaid, 1 that's color, so like a wash of watercolor or something, but it's like 1 page and it's just color, okay? It doesn't have a pattern on it. And then 1 that is anything you want, and of course you want them all to match each other. And now for this, because some may not have cardstock, you can use a magazine or a book or a digital. You can make your own with ink or a stencil or doodling, okay? But you need 5 of those, okay? And so this is so that the people that have a whole bunch of cardstock can use that. If you don't have it, I don't want you to not be able to play. So those are the options right there. That gives you some options. So 1 large floral, 1 small floral. So that would be large now, but when it's on the tiny one, it would be small. Like there would be a small floral if it was a whole page. Okay, so a print that is 1 solid page of a print, not like the quilt, but 1 solid print that's all the same. Okay, book pages always, envelopes always, ink and dauber up to 4 colors. So you can have 4 colors of ink and whatever it is that you use, 1 thing to use for each ink. So 1 sponge for each ink or 1 brush for each ink. Okay, pens up to 4 because of the doodling. Want to make sure that you can, if you're making a plaid, that you have enough colors that you can use. Lined paper, as much as you want this time. And it can be any lined paper. So it can be lined paper like this. It can be, from a composition book. It can be whatever that you want. Just lined paper. A file folder. I used this peach one. Okay, so file folder. 1 piece of fabric. It can be as much fabric as you want, but it's one piece. It can be, you probably need at least like 10 by 12, but it can be 40 yards if you want. But it's one fabric, 1 lace, 1 ribbon. So you can use you can have the whole roll of ribbon, you can have the whole thing of lace, but it's one. You can use your sewing machine this time. You can use any scissors, any tape, no washi, and you can use any glue. Remember, you do get a binding kit. Our binding kit includes all of our needles, a piece of graph paper, and 5 clips of your choice. And then after you're done, you can use those clips in your journal. After you have done your binding, you can use your binding kit in your journal. Okay, so that's the what we're making. That's the what we're using. And you'll find this is going to be fine. You don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out because this is a foundation journal. We are making the foundation. So if you were at the VIP, you kind of got a glimpse at what I was thinking of, because I tried it out there, and we used the Mama's Quilt digital, and we were able to make a really nice looking journal. And then our extra pages. So you see all of the things are waiting to be embellished with our theme. Now here I went ahead and I played a little more. That was the next day. But the original of this was very, very planned. Okay? So, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So you are going to pick at least one background kit that you want to use to make all of the things on the list. You're going to start with your foundation pages, and so you have a double tuck in here. So go through all of your stuff and make sure that something that needs to be in a double tuck, you can either make actually we will be making these are all out of one of the first 2 layers is your foundation background kit. Okay, so you might have an envelope, but your next layer needs to be, or within those 3 layers, you do need to use your foundation kit. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the ones that we are going to be using. They are 40% off in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop until the 7th. And so colorful daisies, we're going to consider that a background kit. If you're doing Easter, that might be a really good one. The chocolate swirl, it's actually called dark swirl in the kit, or in the Etsy, but there's dark swirl. Antique book in leaf. Okay, so there's the postcards. The background kit for the zoo animals. The colorful background, which is it's got those colors. And it has tags and pages and postcards. Pink and black background. I don't have very much of this one, but this gives you an idea of what it is. But it does have tags and postcards and all the things. Avocado dyed. So if you just want to do the avocado dyed as your background kit, then that's what you can use. Sherbet Sunset. So this one is the peach and yellow. Okay, it also has postcards, tags, the whole thing. Lace grunge. People are telling me that this is a must-have kit right here, the lace grunge. And so it is a pretty good size kit too. But it also has postcards. Look, it's got bookmarks in it too. Pages, side-by-side pages. It's got everything you need to be able to do this challenge. The Sunshine Book in leaf. Okay, same thing. Assorted floral. I thought that this might be a fun one, so I went ahead and put it in there, and it is on sale, so you can use that as your kit. This is Daisy Grunge. I don't know why it's not in its thing, but Daisy Grunge. That's eco-dyed daisies. And blue hollyhock and daisies. Okay, blue hollyhock and daisies also. And so those, and then the Halloween background kit. That one it's in there, but you're gonna have to be creative with it to be able to get your pieces, but it will work. And then of course Mama's quilt, which is the one that I used for my prototype as I was experimenting to see how this was going to work. So if you're still here and you're interested, we are going to have a group that will open up in just a few minutes. It's a Facebook group, and you will be invited to go there. You will have the instructions written out so that you can print them out and use them. That's where you will take pictures and put them of your finished projects as you're going through and finishing. And let's see, you'll see there will be a place for you to ask questions in there. Please go ahead and ask a question. Somebody will answer it, and probably before I get to it. And remember that if you have a question, somebody else probably has the same question. So please ask the questions. You'll want to make sure that you post your finished journal in the finished journal post. That's where I go to invite you to the party. So everyone that finishes on time and posts their project, their journal this time, then they get invited to a 2-hour virtual internet party, and the special group for that. And they also receive a Dear Julie Julie digital that is specifically been made for that group. It will also be for sale in the Etsy shop, but they get it. They get the 2-hour party where we play with it. We actually made this in the last VIP, and it was a lot of fun. We play games, hang out. It is a lot of fun. So yes. So what are you making? You are making the journal, the foundation journal. You will need a cover. You will need to have your foundation pages and your foundation elements made. Your foundation pages should be bound into your journal or put into it if you're using a ring binder journal, and have it ready for another challenge when we will go ahead and embellish it. Okay? But I wanted to come up with a way that you could make something that maybe you make 3 or 4 of them, and then you put the theme and the other stuff. Just like we've found that this Mimi's or Mama's quilt, my mom is on my mind, you guys. How many kits and themes are going to go with this? And so if I made 4 of these, the basic, and then came back and embellished them to go with each theme, they would look totally different, even though they started out with the same foundation. And it is so much easier to go ahead and make 3 or 4 than to just make 1. And it's kind of nice to have 4 finished when you're done. But you're only making 1 this time, and it is yours. It is yours to keep. So thank you all for coming and checking this out. This is a new type of challenge for us. But I think it's something that more of you should be able to actually finish. And because we are separating the embellishing part, and gonna do that on a separate thing. Okay? So, and don't worry if for some reason, I know a couple of you have some big stuff happening this month. We've got somebody has a wedding, and somebody is like on vacation the whole month. So it's okay if you don't finish this one. It's not going to make it so that you can't do the embellishing part. Okay? Yeah. So make sure that you ask questions in the questions. I am going to go ahead and post the link to the group right here, and it will also be in the description box of this video. And yeah, make sure that you're sharing what you're making. Make sure you're having a good time. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the group. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.